the universe is entirely mental. Now, all beliefs are self-limiting. Technically, there is no such thing as self-limiting beliefs. So the first thing I want you to stop doing is stop talking about I'm dealing with self-limiting beliefs, because you're not. What you're just dealing with are beliefs, because all beliefs are self-limiting.
Those beliefs which you hold, which are a limit to you, plague our lives.
What if I told you everything you believe about yourself is just a reflection of your past condition? You have the power to rewrite your story. Now, you see a black nigga with dreads and a do-rag. With a jacket with a smiley face. How the fuck am I a credible source? Hear me out. Because I went through this whole experience. I turned from 9 to 5 agent to like insurance agent. Now I'm doing whatever the fuck I want because I manifest shit into my reality. Now, like I said, what the fuck does that have to do with anything you just said? Because I've mastered one thing, my RAS system. What that is called your reticular activative system. With that, it sounds made up, but go ahead and search it up. I'm gonna have it pop up on the screen so you could see a nigga's not lying. So with that, what it is, it basically takes anything that you have in the forefront of your mind and it filters out all of your everyday experiences to make sure that whatever you believe is correct to align with your reality. Here's for example, you may think I'm broke as fuck and I can't get any money. If you go ahead and you put that shit into reality with so much emotion and you're damn near crying, oh shit, I'm so broke, god damn. And you send that shit out to the universe is gonna be, okay, he put that emotion charged thought in the beginning of his mind. Let's go ahead and just match that up with his reality. The next couple of days later, you're in debt, you're broke as fuck, and you're living in your car. Now with me, I almost had a similar experience, but it didn't just go that way. I'll go ahead and get to that shit later. But today, I'm gonna go ahead and teach you 4 things on really how to rewrite your reality. And really how to recreate the story to match what you desire for yourself. Here are 4 simple steps I'm about to actually go over. First, what you're gonna have to do is identify your limiting beliefs. You're gonna have to go ahead and challenge them. And then on top of that, you're gonna have to rewrite them, and then you're gonna have to reshape your reality. So let's go ahead and get to it. I like snapping. Now, step 1. What you're gonna have to do is actually identify your limiting beliefs. Either it was your mom, your dad, or your teachers that told you you weren't shit when you were a young nigga, so that when you went ahead and you grew up, you became a not shit ass nigga or a not shit ass person, whoever I'm talking to. So here's the thing. Whatever they told you hurt you so much, you repressed that information, you would just fucking put that shit all the way down. And then eventually, that shit came out and fucking exposed itself to your aura. And that shit affected your energy. And since that shit affected your energy, it went ahead and it shone into your actual reality. So here's what you're gonna want to do. You wanna go ahead and really think about that time when you realized that that limiting belief that came in. You're obviously not gonna know when it actually came in, so really just sit down and think about what limiting belief is stopping you from actually getting to that growth. And when you actually do that, go ahead and write down your bigger limiting beliefs. Go ahead and write it down. Then once you write it down, you're ready for step number 2. So let's go ahead and get to it. So here's step number 2. You're gonna have to go to war with yourself and honestly challenge those limiting beliefs. The truth is that your RAS honestly doesn't give a fuck about you. Whether the belief is true or false, it just follows your lead. I'm not gonna lie with you. Now with that, you're really gonna have to challenge it by asking yourself, where did the belief come from? Is this belief based on fact, fear? And then you wanna go ahead and ask yourself, can I find examples of the people who overcame this belief? When you go ahead and you prove your mind that you can overcome this belief by actually doing the inner work, by going ahead and, writing this shit down, you can go ahead and overcome that limiting belief. Here's an example.
What's the root word of confidence? Confide. What does confide mean? to trust. So if you don't have confidence, that means you don't trust yourself. So if you lack confidence, my question for you then is, why don't you trust yourself?
The universe is entirely mental. Now, all beliefs are self-limiting. Technically, there is no such thing as self-limiting beliefs. So the first thing I want you to stop doing is stop talking about I'm dealing with self-limiting beliefs, because you're not. What you're just dealing with are beliefs, because all beliefs are self-limiting.
Those beliefs which you hold, which are a limit to you, plague our lives.
You're experiencing something you don't prefer, look at your reaction.
Pretty nice video, huh? Now, you're ready for step number 3. What you're going to have to do is honestly get ready to rewrite that limiting belief. Here's how you do it. Take that old limiting belief that you have and go ahead and put it through our positive filter. Now, here's how you do it. Instead of saying, I don't know if I could do it, replace it with empowering limiting beliefs. Like, I'm fully capable of achieving this goal, or something like, for example, opportunities for success are always coming towards me. Some shit like that. You feel me? Just replace the negative beliefs with some limiting beliefs that go ahead and shape your mind. Really rewriting those thoughts, which reflects into your reality. To really honestly help you with this is by doing visualization exercises. This doesn't mean do some kumbaya shit like that now. Just spend some time each day just writing and journaling about yourself. You know, picture yourself in this new form where you're not in limiting belief mode and you're actually honestly just being yourself, your full self, before all these past notions came through you. What you want to go ahead and do is just at least, journal for like 5 minutes, 2 minutes if you don't know how to write correctly or something like that. Just reinform those limiting beliefs. Reinform those positive beliefs, changing those limiting beliefs. That's all you got to do. And once you do that, you're ready for step number 4. So let's go ahead and get to it. Now, you're on the last step, which is really easy, man. Really honestly going to have to reinforce these beliefs through action. Now, this is where a lot of people fuck themselves up. They do all the steps above step number 4, and then they go ahead and they fall off when it comes to step number 4. It's like there's something against step number 4 or the number 4 or something like that. All you have to do is honestly reinforce your positive beliefs with the action that aligns with that belief. For example, you're honestly going to have to match the energy of what you actually desire. The thing is that the universe honestly doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are. So it knows if you manifest a 6-pack, but you have 300 pounds of fat on you. You feel me? Like, it can see through the bullshit. It's like, come on now, my nigga. We know you ain't slick. You feel me? The thing that's really important is honestly the daily actions. What you're going to have to do is honestly take your big desire and go ahead and break it down into smaller steps to honestly reinforce the belief. This is where the scientific fact of getting better 1% every day comes in. And why do I say science? Because once you actually do something out of your comfort zone that's getting you better 1% every day, and you times that times 365 on a percentage, you're honestly getting 38% ahead or better each year. You know? So what you're gonna have to do is this. I don't know if that math is right, but you feel what I'm saying now. So here's what you're gonna have to do, man. It's really easy to go ahead and break down your goal. When you go ahead and break down your goal, you're going to have to go ahead and set a big goal for yourself. That big goal is really aligning with your desired reality. So whatever that goal is, go ahead and reverse engineer. Reverse engineering is having a big goal and breaking it down into smaller milestones that you could go ahead and hit that lead up to your bigger goal. So here's a momentum hack that I learned along the way. momentum is a byproduct of action. Since action creates a momentum, the momentum will reinforce the belief. So when you go ahead and you just act, that creates the energy that's needed to drive you to your desired reality. The thing is that when you don't act, the universe catches on to the bullshit. You go ahead and you fall back into your past bullshit beliefs or whatever the fuck. And you go ahead thinking that your mom was right, thinking that your dad was right, thinking that your teacher was all right and shit. And then you really go ahead and fuck yourself up. Then 3 months later, you're all like, damn, I really wished I done this, done that, done this. You know what I'm saying, because this is why you're probably watching the video in the first place. That's pretty much all you need. If you want some bonus tips, I got a little something for you. Just stay right there. Get these steps real quick. So here's how you can honestly reset your energy to have an aligned energy with what you want. Because the main problem here is that you have problems with honestly staying aligned with your goal because your energy was off. And it was honestly off because you didn't have that belief, or it was some outside influence that was pushing some influence of some negative energy that kind of threw you off the path, which is totally understandable. So if you really want to be serious about this process, you're honestly going to have to reset your energy. So when you do that, you're going to have to do these 4 simple things. It's real easy, man, real easy. What I noticed what works is grounding yourself. You know, taking deep breaths, having visualization, and honestly, the kumbaya shit. By having meditation and actually visualizing your goals, you're able to go ahead and push that manifestation through the universe. Because what it is, the universe is going to keep on testing you and testing you and testing you to really see if you actually want that desired reality. It's just up to you to keep staying grounded, to honestly go ahead and align with the reality that you want. Now, by staying grounded, that doesn't mean just meditating or anything like that. That honestly could just mean like, standing still, imagining the soles of your feet having roots grow into the ground, and then just close your eyes and just taking like 5 deep breaths while imagining yourself in that dream state in like a, like a highlight reel type of theme. You feel what I'm saying? Now, what you want to do, man? For the second step, you want to go ahead and release negativity. So that honestly means, like, check your circle, man. If you have any negative people around you, bro, just get these niggas out the way. I'm not gonna lie with you, bro. Your personal success and personal growth is honestly more important than keeping up some type of lame-ass image for these other people that you are gonna die with. You feel me? They may keep you happy, but you know what's gonna keep you happier at the end of the day. That true self-mastery. So here's how you can actually release negativity. What you're gonna have to do is, while you're grounding yourself, go ahead and imagine a heavy energy on you. Now when you go ahead and do that, every deep breath that you take, just imagine that the energy goes away. Or you can go ahead and reset your circle, get the fuck out of that negative state, remove yourself from that negative state, because it's really important. And then go ahead and do what I just said. Now, why did I just bring up imagine a heavy, dark energy around you and then dissolving while you're taking deep breaths? Because it leads into our third step, which is honestly recharging with light. What you're gonna have to do, take a step outside, bro. I mean, if you live in North Dakota or like Antarctica or some shit like that, or somewhere where it's not sunny or some shit, bro, use some artificial light or something like that, you know? There's ways that you can go ahead and get some artificial light, bro. There's ways that you can get it. Come on. Get to your dream reality, my nigga. Stop bitching. So what you have to do, while you're taking these deep breaths and you're imagining that dark energy dissolve around you, what you're gonna have to do is visualize a golden energy flowing into your body as you take in those inhales. You're exhaling the bullshit and you're inhaling the good shit. So this leads into step number 4. When you're doing this, mentally think in your head and say that you align with abundance, love, and infinite possibilities, and you're open to receiving from the universe. Say, I align with abundance, love, and infinite possibilities, and I'm opening to receive to the universe. Say it in your mind or say it out loud, you know, whatever the fuck. If you got little siblings that want to think you're crazy or some shit, you know, listen to a guided meditation or something like that. But this is really important because if you honestly want your manifestation, it honestly all starts in your mind. So when you ground yourself and you take that time to just be present, you're allowing the universe to go ahead and catch up with your manifestations. You feel me? Because you could go ahead and change in an instant right now. I mean, you can have opportunities come in. You can have a phone call come in. You could make a decision that changes your life. This is why a lot of people are in jail over like a second, 30-second action or some shit like that. So it's honestly just all about you feeling as if you have already achieved what you want to honestly really get that sense of fulfillment and honestly be in your desired reality. Now, here's the thing, man. I help people out with this. You feel me? I don't just spit this game. Like I was saying just a little early in the video, I was homeless. I got kicked out at 19. I am 19 years old. And within 19 days, ironically, I went ahead and I moved down to Atlanta and I gained a place for me to stay. During that period of time, my mindset was all fucked up. And the only thing that was keeping me steady was my belief and faith within. I knew I was going to get a place, but I just didn't know it was going to happen that fast. But the thing is, I kind of knew it was going to happen that fast because I can manifest whatever the fuck I want because we are all gods at the end of the day. And God created us all in his image to create because he's a source. So when you go ahead and use the source, you as the resource, go ahead and use your resource to go ahead and create for you. The thing is that you already have these creations within you. You just have to learn how to harness these creations. And by doing those 4 last steps, or these 8 steps in total, you're gonna go ahead and harness that creation. Or whatever the fuck you want, bro. Whatever the fuck you want. Now, if you honestly like really need extra help with this shit, go ahead and click the link in the bio and the book a call or take the job survey that's down below the job form and tap in with a brother. Shit. I be helping niggas out. Whether it's online or whatever the fuck, bro. In person or a call. If you want to chop up, it's all good, bro. Because you made it to the end of the video. So, all I want to know is that, are you honestly ready for this transformation? Or are you ready to stay in the same place that you have been due to these past situations? It's on you, bro. Over here, I just know that we elevate and we educate. It all starts with the education in order for us to all elevate. Now you got this education, go ahead and elevate. It's only up to you.